Now that everything appears to be beveled, and often I miss a piece and have to re-bevel later, but that's okay. Now I'm going to work on these petals of these sunflowers, and I'm going to use vertical line thumbprints. So I have this size, whatever size this is. Berry King doesn't mark the sizes. So whatever the size this is, and then its little brother. I think it's a 2 and a 1. You know, your guess is as good as mine. So I plan to start right here at the flower center and get a good deep shade there, and then fade out to the middle, and then I'll come back and get from the tips down also. That's the plan. And I probably use more hits with them all than the average person should. It just it's how I do it. That's how I get it to fade out. Some people can probably do that with less effort. And then, so I have it tipped towards me so I don't get this back end in there. And then I'm going to kind of tip it towards the center as I get the edge here. And then obviously tip it the other way so that it's again tipped to the center. That is my general plan. So this is a little bigger, wider petal. So I'm kind of mashing around here a little more than the other one. And unlike beveling, you don't use the same amount of pressure on your maul with every hit as you do with shading. You vary it based on how much of a tool impression you want. So just to keep this a little bit short, I would do that all around the centers. And then for the other end, I'm going to use the smaller one because, well, it's a smaller area, and then kind of how I'm going to try to do this. So this one tucks under the border, so I'm going to pretend that it would be fairly shaded right there, but then I want to just kind of come down the edge here a little more. I'm kind of mirroring what's happening at the base, but I would say a little more in the opposite direction, where I'm going to try to anyway, leave more of the center unshaded and get more of the outside shaded. Maybe this one I could do a better example. So definitely dark around the edge. Over here and do this edge. And then lighter across the middle. Just to try to get a little idea of flow in the petal and just how it's sitting, so it's not sitting two-dimensional and flat. But it has a little, maybe you can picture in your head how it's moving. I hope it looks like it's deep down here by the center and then comes up and then down. That is the general idea. And then these ones that are underneath, I'll do similarly. You got to be careful of the next petal over. You don't want to transfer. And then at the base of those, it gets a little tricky. Where'd it go? There it is. So I did that one. And now that I have my smaller tool, I should have done this before I moved. I'm going to try to get that down pretty dark and deep all throughout. And then this one just fits in between. So I can just get some ideas of texture. So that's how I will do these petals.